going to be started on counterfeiting of drugs in India, consumer and government, and law and financial service in India. Once again, the time limit is only 4 minutes. Do not exceed 4 minutes. Now, Suman.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I, Suman Girewar of LLB 4th SEM, is going to present my views on the topic counterfeiting of drugs in India. Drugs helps in restoring health, preventing diseases. When the drug itself is counterfeit, it poses danger to the patient. Counterfeiting means any product which is fraudulent, mislabeled or with wrong ingredients or with fake packaging. As these counterfeit drugs are making their presence everywhere and leaving behind the economic cost besides undermining confidence of a common man on healthcare system. The estimate of counterfeit drugs is to be about 1% in developed countries and about 10% in developing countries. And India also accounts for 35%. Even in New Delhi and NCR are also increasingly become a hub for fake drugs in India. The problem is so intense that out of every 10 drugs sold in capital, 4 are fake. In India, the goods are often sold in open market without proper bills. India is also the largest exporter of pharmaceuticals into Nigeria also. The counterfeiting also prevents the foreign firms to enter into the India on the fear that their products would be duplicate, putting their goodwill at stake. So serious actions are to be taken for improving the quality of the Indian drug. Recently, the Ranbaxy drugs were found to be of substandard quality by the US FDA, thereby banning import of 30 US drugs in US. If a leading company like Ranbaxy has done so, how can the quality of drugs in small and medium-sized pharma companies can be assured? But this is not only the case. Even in Chennai, Meenakshi Sundaram surrendered before the Metropolitan Magistrate Court involving in the sale of fake and recycled expired drugs. So to tackle the menace of fake life-saving medicines, the Health Ministry has proposed a whistleblower policy. According to this policy, the reward of maximum 20% of the total cost of consignments sized will be payable to the informer, which should not exceed 25 lakhs in each case. Even the FDA, Food and Drug Association, raid at drug outlets launched in 38 districts. 207 samples were collected and cancelled the license of 25 pharmaceutical companies and another 44 companies were suspended. The Indian and Nigerian government, along with NAFDAC, that is National Agency for Drug Administration and Control, are collaborating to overcome this menace. Presently, we have various acts like Drug and Cosmetics Act 1940, Pharmacy Acts 1948, Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985. And so, in my view, the factors which led to the growth of spurious drugs are lack of enforcement of existing law, high remuneration rate, many wholesale and retail outlets, lethargic regulatory authorities. So my suggestion to this is that India needs to be strengthened that all drugs are domestically produced as well as those imported are assured before to present in front of the consumers. The government should also ensure strict enforcement of complete documentation at all levels of distribution. On the part of consumers, the consumers should also be wary when medicines are sold in the loose at a price different from that is labeled on the package or brands wrongly spelled, and buy the products from reputed stores and insist on receipts so that we all can have a healthy life. Thank you.